our setup here is a little different than our class, and so we're a little bit mixed up on where we're to be, but this is going to be a good one. Between 1955 and 1968, Martin Luther King Jr. helped change America. In the 1950s, some parts of America, blacks could not work with whites. They could not live in the same neighborhoods or send their kids to the same schools. Martin Luther King brought to the country's attention how unfair blacks were treated. On the evening of December 1st, 1955, in the city of Montgomery, Alabama, a black woman got on the bus for the ride home. Her name was Rosa Parks. Rosa had been working and shopping. She was tired and her feet hurt. She walked to the back of the bus and sat down. The reason Rosa Parks sat in the back of the bus was that blacks were not allowed to sit in the front. The seats in the front of the bus were for whites only. Whites could also take the seats in the back of the bus if all the seats in the front were filled up. The law actually allowed them to take a black person's seat if all the seats were filled. This meant that blacks might have to stand up whenever they were on the bus. Watch as we act out what happened on that December day. Was that fair? No. Rosa Parks was not treated in a fair way. The next day, Martin Luther King and some other black leaders met to decide what to do about this unfair treatment. They came up with a plan to change this bad bus law. They decided that they would not ride the buses anymore until three things changed. First, they wanted to change the law that said that black passengers had to give up their seats to white passengers. They said that law has got to change because it's a bad law. Second, they said bus drivers must be courteous to all passengers, white and black. And the third things that the black community requested was that blacks would have an opportunity to be bus drivers, because at that time, blacks were not allowed to be bus drivers. And the blacks in Montgomery, Alabama stopped riding the buses until the laws were passed. Well, at first, no one was willing to listen to the blacks. But after many, many days, the bus company started running out of money because most of the bus riders had been black people. The blacks had to get up early in the morning because they had to walk to work or ride their bicycles, or some of them, they said, even rode on mules to get to work. But they couldn't ride the buses because they agreed that they wouldn't ride the buses until the laws changed. It was hard on the black citizens of Montgomery. But finally, after 381 days, about 1 year, finally the laws were changed. And now, blacks in Montgomery, Alabama can sit wherever they want. There's black bus drivers, and all the passengers on the buses are treated with kindness and respect. Thank you for listening to our play.